Most men sense a hidden truth they're afraid to voice. No matter how much you try, giving attention, showing effort, proving your value, eventually something changes. Her replies slow down, her focus drifts, or she pulls away. And here's the reality. It's rarely about a mistake you made. It's because you crossed unseen laws of feminine attraction, laws embedded in her instinct, operating long before conscious thought. These laws are automatic, primal, and evolutionary. They respond first to your steadiness, your capacity to face pressure, and the trajectory of your life, not flattery, charm, or trying hard. Many guys think kindness, consistency, or attention builds attraction, but genuine attraction operates on a deeper frequency. Women feel your energy, assurance, and emotional fortitude before they register your words or actions. Most men stumble because they attempt to persuade with logic, attention, or effort. The truth is, female attraction doesn't answer to reason or persuasion. It reacts to your presence, emotional command, and resilience. Master this, and you stop chasing her responses and begin shaping how she feels near you, almost automatically. Machiavelli grasped this ages ago. Real sway doesn't come from wanting to be liked. It comes from perception, timing, and essence. Women detect strength quietly. They sense it, even without knowing why. In this video, we'll reveal 3 pivotal truths about female nature that will transform how women view you and how you comprehend them. Secret 1. The authority of quiet presence. From the instant a woman becomes aware of you, she starts forming a sense of who you are. This isn't a conscious choice. It occurs almost immediately, before you even speak. What she detects isn't your jokes, clever lines, or attempts to win her over. Instead, she intuits your energy, your confidence, and the solidity you hold within. These first impressions are silent and unseen. Yet, they are crucial in shaping her perception from the outset. Many men overlook this entirely. They believe charm, compliments, or displaying wit is sufficient. They over-explain, reply too fast, or strain to create an impression. Every one of these actions, even when slight, broadcasts neediness or uncertainty. What she observes most isn't your speech. It's the emotion beneath your behavior. If your posture, tone, or reaction hints that you crave her validation, she will notice. Instinctively, she'll view you as lacking poise, which diminishes attraction. This is why your essence matters more than your vocabulary. How you hold yourself, your stance, your tranquility, and the way you inhabit space quietly transmit powerful signals. If you enter a room or begin to talk without hurrying, fidgeting, or vying for attention, you show you are self-reliant and complete. You live in your own world and don't need her approval to feel worthy. This naturally ignites intrigue. People are pulled toward what they can't fully predict or command. A serene, assured presence triggers that pull. The heart of this is emotional balance. Being balanced doesn't mean being icy, remote, or unfeeling. It means commanding your internal state regardless of external events. You don't respond impulsively to her actions, words, or any subtle checks she might offer. You don't pursue validation or attempt to earn her favor. Instead, you stay poised, watch, and answer with intention. Every pause, every considered gesture, every moment you avoid overreacting reinforces an image of strength and composure. Take texting, for instance. If she replies slower than you'd like, many men instantly feel unease or doubt. They might send extra messages, say sorry, or try to clarify. These actions reveal urgency and neediness, which she detects instinctively. But if you stay patient, keep your energy steady, and don't react emotionally, you send a far stronger message. You are at ease in your own life and aren't relying on outside approval. This subtle power builds attraction naturally. The same goes for in-person conversations. Many men need to plug every silence with talk, humor, or explanations, fearing that if they stop speaking, she'll drift away. But silence is a potent instrument when used well. It communicates emotional stability and inner fortitude. Strategic pauses, calm replies, and selecting words carefully make your essence dominate the exchange, not your speech. The less you feel compelled to explain or entertain, the more powerful your emotional authority grows. She senses you aren't trying to gain her endorsement, which naturally pulls her focus. Your physical demeanor plays just as vital a role. Your stance, breath, and minor motions communicate far more than language. Standing upright, keeping your chest open, breathing evenly, and moving smoothly demonstrate assurance and control. Even slight facial cues matter. A relaxed expression, gentle but firm eye contact, and deliberate gestures communicate poise and self-trust. Conversely, fidgeting, rapid motions, nervous grins, or shifting eyes signal instability, even if your words sound confident. It's key to realize women aren't consciously judging you in these early moments. Their minds are built to notice subtle cues automatically. Evolution has wired them to detect emotional and behavioral signals indicating stability, reliability, and strength. Traits that, throughout history, marked a man as a suitable partner. This explains why men are often bewildered when a woman's interest fades despite their utmost effort. The choice was made unconsciously in an instant, long before any conscious thought. The way to master this hidden force is constant practice. Train yourself to sustain calm and poise in all scenarios. Notice your posture, breathing, and movements. Learn to observe without immediately reacting. Practice speaking with intent, and only when needed, avoiding eager attempts to impress. Curb the impulse to feel quiet, justify yourself, or overperform. Each tiny upgrade in presence compounds, amplifying the natural magnetic pull you generate. A man who understands this hidden force becomes nearly impossible to overlook. He doesn't seek approval, fight for attention, or lean on excessive talk or gestures. Instead, his energy, essence, and emotional poise quietly communicate value. Women instinctively notice this, and their curiosity is naturally awakened. By mastering this rule, you shift from being reactive to being influential in how women perceive you. Your very presence becomes a signal of strength, stability, and confidence long before you utter a word. Ultimately, this is about mastering yourself. You can't control her reactions, but you can command how you appear by focusing on your inner state, staying calm, and projecting quiet strength. You influence her experience of your presence. This becomes the bedrock of attraction, an invisible yet powerful force molded by instinct and honed by men who understand it. When you embody this power, you no longer fret about saying the perfect thing or performing stunts to amaze. You become magnetic simply by being as you are. Your presence communicates strength, authority, and value without strain. This quiet but undeniable force sets the stage for every other interaction. Master it, and you step into a space where you are seen, recalled, and wanted before you speak. Secret 2. How women gauge a man's emotional resilience. Women possess a subtle, instinctive method for evaluating men. Long before they consciously decide on attraction, they run quiet, nearly invisible tests to see if a man is emotionally steady and dependable. These tests are seldom obvious. They don't appear as large disputes or clear confrontations. Instead, they surface in small daily moments. A teasing comment, a playful challenge, a slight conversational lull, or a minor prod. Women instinctively watch these moments to judge if a man can remain calm under slight pressure or if he reacts impulsively. Most men fail these tests without ever knowing. When met with a minor challenge, they overreact. They feel the need to explain, justify their behavior, or defend their statements. Even if their argument seems reasonable, this conduct sends a silent signal: insecurity, emotional need, or frailty. Women pick up on this almost immediately. They don't consciously think he's anxious, but their instincts recognize the signs, and attraction starts to wane. The key to passing these instinctive checks is straightforward. Stay composed. Emotional composure is more than staying calm. It's the ability to observe without an immediate reaction, to respond purposefully, and project quiet strength without requiring proof. When a woman tests you, it's not a trap, it's a chance. Your reaction carries more weight than her actual words. Every small test is an opportunity to demonstrate that you are stable, grounded, and in command of yourself. To use this rule effectively, concentrate on 3 zones: your voice, your body language, and your replies. Your voice should be calm, deliberate, and even. Speak slowly, clearly, and with purpose. Avoid rushing to fill silence or over-explaining. A calm, measured voice communicates confidence, emotional strength, and control without uttering a word. Your body language should mirror your inner poise. Stand or sit in a relaxed yet confident position. Keep your chest open, shoulders back, and movements fluid and intentional. Microsignals like fidgeting, quick eye shifts, or nervous smiles betray insecurity. A steady, neutral expression shows strength and self-command, even during subtle challenges. Your responses should be concise, confident, and at times playful. Humor works especially well. A light, calm answer to a minor provocation shows you aren't easily rattled. Avoid over-explaining or defending yourself pointlessly. Every extra word can make you seem insecure. Women are naturally drawn to men who remain steady, unshaken, and able to handle small tests with ease. For example, imagine she playfully ribs you about something minor, like your outfit or a small error. Most men feel driven to explain, apologize, or defend, but a calm, light reply, maybe even humorous, signals control and assurance. She notices you don't fold under minor pressure, which boosts your appeal. Another common scenario is delayed messaging. If she takes time to answer a text, many men panic, overthink, or send multiple follow-ups to correct things. This behavior shows neediness. A man who stays calm, continues his day, and answers thoughtfully when appropriate demonstrates stability and self-possession. These qualities instinctively attract women. This principle has deep roots in human evolution. Historically, women needed men who could stay calm under stress, men who were reliable, protective, and capable of managing difficulty. Emotional frailty signals risk. Men who react impulsively, argue needlessly, or constantly seek approval are seen as unsafe and unpredictable. Women's subtle tests measure exactly this. The ultimate aim is to embody calm authority. You don't need to dominate or control. Instead, you display inner strength by remaining composed, facing small provocations or emotional checks. Neutral expression, slow speech, and confident posture create a feeling of stability and security. This subtle tension between calm confidence and mild challenge naturally creates attraction. Practicing this daily is essential, not just in romantic settings. Every interaction is a chance to strengthen emotional resilience. By staying calm during minor provocations, composure eventually becomes second nature. You cease overreacting, and your energy naturally communicates that you are unshakable. Secret 2 is finally about understanding women's instinctive tests and answering in ways that show reliability, confidence, and inner fortitude. These tests aren't traps. They are nature's method for identifying men who can handle life's pressures. By reacting calmly, lightly, and deliberately, you signal that you command your energy, are emotionally resilient, and can manage tests with poise. Mastering the secret alters how women see you. You stop reacting emotionally and begin projecting strength effortlessly. Women notice this instinctively, even if they can't articulate why. Emotional resilience becomes part of your essence, quietly signaling worth. Once you consistently show you remain composed under subtle tests, you move from being just another guy to someone reliable, magnetic, and naturally attractive. Secret 3. Why women are pulled toward men who are continuously evolving. Women are instinctively attracted to men who are advancing in life. Men who are growing, learning, and actively building something for themselves. From the very first encounter, she can sense whether a man has his own life, direction, and mission, or whether he's awaiting her approval, responding to her choices, or simply orbiting her world. It doesn't matter how intelligent, charming, or kind a man is. If he displays hesitation, passivity, or absence of direction, his value in her eyes plummets instantly. True attraction isn't about what you already possess or what you can do. It's about where you're headed and the energy you carry. Growth doesn't mean controlling others or trying to dominate. It means having a clear purpose, a path, and consistent forward motion. It's about making small decisions, taking initiative, and showing the confidence to lead in everyday life without aggression. Actions like picking a place to go, offering your viewpoint, planning small details, or owning your choices communicate that you are a man with direction. These small acts, done consistently, show you are developing yourself and constructing something larger than mere daily survival. Women detect these signals naturally. A man who is passive, reactive, or constantly seeking others' validation appears lesser and less appealing. Conversely, a man with energy, focus, and forward momentum is naturally magnetic. She can sense it without you needing to explain a thing. This energy draws her to you because it communicates strength, growth, and potential. The most attractive men aren't flawless or fully achieved. They are progressing. They are always learning, creating, and expanding their lives. This energy is irresistible because it promises a life with them will be dynamic, engaging, and meaningful. Women are instinctively wired to respond to growth. They are attracted to men who move towards something greater, not men who wait for the world or others to define their existence. Moving forward in life also shows independence. A man who builds his own path doesn't depend on a woman's attention, approval, or validation. This independence makes him more attractive because it brings balance to a connection. She feels drawn to his energy naturally, not out of obligation, but because he radiates purpose. His actions show he leads his own life, giving her the emotional freedom to connect without feeling pushed or managed. Even if a man's aims are modest or still in progress, what matters most is clarity and direction. Momentum and growth matter far more than accomplishments or wealth. Women can feel whether a man is advancing, learning, and building himself. A man who actively grows, even in small steps, communicates strength, capability, and life force, qualities that are profoundly attractive. To show this instinct in action, focus on your own goals, projects, and personal development. Learn new skills, create routines, and work steadily toward betterment. Share your progress naturally, without boasting. Small steps done consistently speak louder than long speeches or explanations. Women sense energy, focus, and momentum more than words. This forward motion also changes how interactions unfold. A man who leads his own life subtly sets the rhythm in relationships. He doesn't react to every comment, emotion, or situation. Instead, he guides exchanges naturally, creating a sense of stability, competence, and confidence. This energy is quietly potent, showing he is in command of himself without needing to command others. Ultimately, women are drawn to men who are constructing themselves, moving forward, and creating momentum in life. When a man embraces this principle, he no longer seeks approval or validation. His energy, purpose, and growth attract women naturally. He becomes the kind of man who is not only noticed but desired, remembered, and sought after simply because he is actively evolving and leading himself. A man who masters his secret doesn't need to impress, chase, or compete. He exists as a force in motion, and women are naturally drawn to his presence. Growth, competence, and future potential speak louder than charm, words, or displays. This silent magnetic energy is a true engine of attraction. Once you understand it and live it, your presence becomes undeniable, natural, and irresistible. Machiavelli taught that real influence doesn't come from trying hard, being charming, or using clever language. True power comes from understanding the hidden laws that guide human behavior. Regarding attraction, women respond instinctively and emotionally, picking up on subtle cues most men completely miss. They notice energy, confidence, and stability long before words carry weight. Most men fail because they focus on surface actions, compliments, jokes, or over-explaining, while real attraction is shaped by unconscious signals, small tests, and how they are perceived. The 3 secrets: silent selection, staying emotionally stable under tests, and never-ending personal growth. Unlock the hidden dynamics of desire. These aren't tactics. They are principles that signal value and strength naturally. Knowledge alone is enough. To become magnetic, you must consistently practice calm presence, self-command, and purposeful action. Stand tall, move deliberately, speak thoughtfully, and resist the urge to overreact. Over time, these small habits build a quiet authority women instinctively notice and are drawn to. Start applying these principles today. Focus on mastering yourself, your energy, and your presence. The more you practice, the more natural your influence becomes. Watch your confidence grow, your interactions improve, and your magnetic pull become undeniable. Please like this video if you found it valuable, and subscribe to Wind of Thought for more hidden truths on influence, attraction, and human nature. Don't just understand, embody,